We're live now.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, sweet. I'll drop it in Telegram too.
Shout out Chipotle.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Your camera just went black.
Oh shit! Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
What up, y'all? Just vibing today. Who's in here? Where's the chat thing on this? What up, Amir? It's not going too bad, man. I'm just vibing. You know, Thursday vibes. Nothing too crazy. How's it going on your end? Owen should be joining here in a sec. How do I manage the chat from here? What up? What up? What up? Yeah, so a couple things we want to talk about today. A couple things on the itinerary. Mostly revolving around ecom. We got Owen coming in here just now. What up?
Yo,
What up?
yo, what's going on? Okay,
How much?
what's the title of this one?
POV, you're making $76,805 in profit
All right,
per month. I
let's
don't think
go.
I don't know if I wrote per month. If I didn't write per month, you know what? Let's see if I can edit it right now. See if this thing how do I do this?
Is that what January's looking like for you so far?
Honestly, I don't even know. I don't even track my profit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No.
I kind of just work, and then one day I look at it like, okay, well, I'm doing pretty shit this month.
Gotta pick it up. Yeah.
That's basically like, if I'm gonna be very honest, that's kind of what a lot of this entails for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Usually I
Yeah,
do P&Ls like every quarter.
yeah, yeah. So the title's done right, but no, that's usually what it looks like for me, bro. Like, I don't know at what point I stopped tracking profit for real, but I'd say probably over like the past 2 years, I haven't even really looked at my numbers like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And reason being is like, I don't know, like once I had the ability to kind of just get all the things that I wanted, I mean, I got it, and then I was like, all right, the rest was just work because I started to realize like a lot of this stuff, I don't know, it's like you get your own crib, you get your own car, and it's like, what more is there? Like, as a guy, what more do you want beyond that?
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I bought a watch. I didn't care about the watch. I just bought it because I heard it was an investment.
Yeah.
so like, so yeah, so it kind of got to a point where I don't know. Now it's just any money that I make, I use it as a vehicle to try and generate more income.
Yeah.
And aside from that, I don't really do much.
No,
Just testing products. Shutting how you doing? I'm good. What's going on, man? Do you use Funnelish? Personally, I don't. Do you?
no, I don't.
How was your trip, Owen?
It's well needed, except for the fucking ad account ban. But
Yeah. So how are you doing with that?
so I'm working on getting it appealed like manually, just on my end. But if that doesn't work, then
Hmm.
I'm pushing towards a connection that I have that can help me out. We'll just say that.
Cool. Snoop Corn. What up, boys? Snoop Corn. Sure. So you don't track profit? Not really. Like, if I were to be honest with you, like down to the dollar amount, no, I might have. I want to say I might have a rough estimate in the thousands, but not really.
Yeah, yeah. Not down to the last dollar.
I could say a rough estimate. I might have, but then again, I don't really know. Um, I just know when I'm green and I know when I'm red. That's all
Yeah.
I need to know.
Yeah, there was a mentor that I used to work with in the past, and his thing was always, if the business account is going up, just do more of what's working and just focus on that. Now obviously, we're not here saying that you guys don't want to track your stuff, but just make sure you have a mental note of where you're at. It doesn't have to be obviously down to every every penny,
I,
but
I'd say the only time you do want to track it like that is like if you don't have that much money to like,
yeah, for sure.
and if your numbers are like relatively low, let's just say, I don't know, if you're doing under like 10K a month, 5K a month, if you're doing under 5K a month, it's like you'll probably track it. And then once you consistently start hitting like, I don't know, 50 to 100, maybe 30 plus K a month in rev on your Shopify store, you'll probably track it a little bit more closely. But like at that point, you have an app like Triple Whale.
Yeah,
So like my stuff's kind of all over the place.
yeah, for sure. Especially with like your model, there's a lot more than just setting up just Shopify and Triple Whale, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Anything we should focus on at this moment? What do you think?
That's kind of it's kind of broad, Amir. If you can kind of narrow that down, brother, so that we can break that down. But like, do you mean within like just business trends? Do you mean within products? Do you mean within advertising on Meta? What do you mean? Let us know, and we can kind of break that down. Um, Yo, Sheldon, I want to ask you too. Is with the whole like TikTok going down for a day or two, like, did you guys notice any big changes or no?
Um, I mean, the biggest thing. So what I came to find out was, and I kind of had an idea prior. So TikTok is still banned over here.
Hmm.
The thing is, you just can't download it as a new user, but you can access it if you already have the app.
Oh, that's weird.
And so what happened on Saturday was TikTok purposely went dark on their end and essentially shut down for, let's say, maybe it was 16 hours or so, less than 24 hours for sure. And they turned it back on, but they purposely went dark. So we essentially just had to launch campaigns to like every other country, but
Got it.
it stopped sending traffic to the US. And honestly, by the time that it got turned back on, it's like we didn't notice anything.
Yeah, I assumed so, but
Yeah. I don't really know.
yo, Dwidge, structuring it with multiple products, not one hero product. There is a brand that I've been working on that's more around one hero product, but it also it's not relying on just one product. So yeah.
I don't know how to type in chat, bro.
Oh, yo, somebody was asking about how many Charizards y'all own. If you guys don't know this already, Sheldon actually owns the whole Pokemon
Oops. I think I fucked up the
establishment.
chat. Did the chat disappear?
No, I can see it.
Oh, shit. What'd they ask?
They asked how many Charizards you own.
I'm not really into Pokemon, man. Yo, I can't see the fucking chat. Shit. Oh, s-
Disappeared?
yeah. Yeah, let me try something. What the fuck?
Amir's got a serious question here. So I wanted to know what I should focus on regarding testing products. I get 1 to 2 sales in the first 2 days, and then I notice that the cost per purchase is quite high. Uh, Genuinely, I think you're probably killing stuff off a little too soon. Like, I want you to really just understand that it's like you're not going to be profitable. Like 90% of the time, you're not going to be profitable day one. 90% of the time, you're not going to be profitable in the first few days. Um, like that's the big. I think that's a misconception. Is people think that like, oh, a winner is going to just be stupid profitable at the day one, and it's like it's possible, but I don't want to put that in your mind of like that's normal because it's not. And one of the guys on this live here, if he's still here, that was like the first thing that we worked on was opening up your window of like data that you're looking at when you're testing and looking to scale, right? Like if you're looking at if a product's a winner within the 48 hours of data and spend, it's just it's too small of a time frame, and also not enough spend at how much you're spending realistically, unless you're spending like $500 a day on ads. Um, but I want to explain like why real quick is because like if you look at consumer trends, just because you're advertising on Meta, like it's not a linear. Advertising isn't like a linear thing where it's like spend X amount of dollars and you're automatically going to make X amount back. It fluctuates, right? So if we look at consumer trends, you want to look at things from a week to week, month to month basis minimum, because if we look at um, consumer trends on a week to week basis, most times your pattern will look like this, where it's like, Monday, Tuesday are usually pretty slow because people are, just getting back in the routine of getting back to work from the weekend. Wednesday, Thursday are kind of similar in that sense. There's obviously going to be fluctuations during those days. Sometimes you'll have a good Monday, sometimes you'll have a bad Monday, but just statistically trends look like the weekdays are usually typically a bit slower, and then the weekends are a little bit hotter. Now obviously that's like from a macro perspective, you're going to have good weeks, bad weeks, but one of the things one of the things that you want to be doing is opening up your window of data that you're looking at, really establishing, okay, like, is this a product that I can you know, bring to profitability after X amount of spend, X amount of time and optimizations in between, right? We're optimizing our campaigns, we're optimizing our tests, right? You might test a couple new interests, or you might test broad targeting, or you might test a couple different creatives and see if you can fix the metrics that, are maybe weighing down your performance, but also understanding that's like you need to give, Facebook more time than just 48 hours most times, right? Like, even if you can let something run for like 5 to 7 days and then take a look at, okay, how are things looking? What can I do this next 5 to 7 days to optimize things and see if I can, bring things up to profitability, or will things get better with time and spend and more data in your account, more purchases coming in through your pixel. And these are things you kind of want to be looking at as an advertiser, looking at a bigger picture in that sense. And I know it's tough when you're like testing because you're just like spending money, but um majority of the time, every time I test something new, it's not profitable in the beginning. You basically bring it to profitability through optimizations and data collection. It's why I break it down into like 3 stages. And there's even more stages once you get to scaling, but it's like the first 3 stages is like the testing phase, and then the data collection phase, which a lot of people like, they don't understand the data collection phase. So yeah, that's kind of something that you want to be considering.
Cool, cool, cool. Which question was that? I got the chat open on my computer because I couldn't open it on my thing here.
That was from Amir. He said, I wanted to know what I should focus on regarding testing products. I
Okay,
get
okay.
1 to 2 sales in the first 2 days, and then I notice that my cost per purchase is quite high. Should I
Mm.
keep testing products efficiently till I find a winner? Meaning, like, should I keep
Yeah,
testing this way? Which I feel like you're just I don't want to say you want to spend too much time on a product that's not generating, at least some, performance indicators, but you also don't want to kill things too fast, because you'll end up like Brother Rich and test 200 products looking for that winner, when realistically he might have had some winners all along.
yeah. That's one for the books, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously, I mean, that's still to this day the craziest thing. Now Rich is, pushing towards,
Not rich is rich.
now
Like,
Rich is rich. Yeah.
yeah. How do you do product research? For me personally, product research just comes down to finding products that I see performing based on ad spy tools. Like I just use PP ads. It's in my opinion, it's probably been like the most efficient way for me to test products because we have like a lot of brands under management. And so we don't necessarily have the ability to one just test one product and force it to work, but then also test an excessive amount of products that might be untapped. Because think about it, we probably run through, I don't know, maybe like, well, definitely over 100 product tests a month, right? Which sometimes the thing is, it might just be one ad account, one product works, the other ad account, that product didn't work. So you might have to spend a little bit more money on one ad account or whatever it is. So it just comes down to at least us finding products that have previous potential and also very recent potential. So that's personally how we do a lot of our product research. But yeah, how about you?
Yeah, it's really similar. I'm testing with volume, um, similar to how you structured it there, but just obviously on a handful of stores. And I had mentioned it before at the start of the live that I'm running multiple products all the time on the brands that I'm running, not just one hero
Yeah.
product. Um, yeah, it's been something I'm always going to stick to. We had a great question up here. Let's see. What do you think is more important, selling popular products or products that you can sell throughout the year? I'm always going to lean towards selling evergreen products. Like so, from what I understand, what you're asking is, should I be selling products that maybe are trending or hit a holiday? Like for example, Valentine's Day is coming up. Like me personally, I know you can run up numbers selling those products, but me personally, I would much rather sell products that I can sell all year round, just because consistency and long-term sales is more important to me than
Yeah, and
uh,
not only that,
selling
like
a
the
product.
thing is with Valentine's Day, I find that products that you'd sell for Valentine's Day, there's different angles that you can take after Valentine's Day. Like if they're relationship type products, you could always sell relationship type products. The only thing that I find is when it comes down to specifically catering your whole brand and your whole niche towards one holiday, especially when leading up to the holiday, you only have a certain amount of time prior to the holiday to be able to push ads towards it. So let's say Valentine's Day, for example, you only have so much time before Valentine's Day that you can actually sell those products. So let's say it's a month before Valentine's Day, and then maybe 2 weeks or 2 weeks or 3 weeks before Valentine's Day, you're not going to be able to sell products for Vita anymore because products aren't going to arrive on time. It's like it's just a waste of time. So if you're going to sell for a holiday, make sure that you're selling products that you'll have the ability to sell after the holiday and that you'll still be able to leverage some sort of creative angle to sell those products after the holiday.
Yeah,
But there's other holidays like fucking I don't know Halloween that you're not going to want to sell for because that only comes once a year and you don't have the ability to sell any Halloween products after Halloween.
yeah, I agree. Elias asks, "What are your thoughts on creative output and the best way to introduce new angles and new creatives?" So, um, I'll just touch base on that from like a meta perspective. Um, I always introduce new creatives with new angles and new campaigns. I know it's contrary to like what all the gurus are telling you to do out there, with like the 3-2-2 method and the one campaign structures and everything like that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but just this is just what I do. Is I'm always introducing, and that way I'm not affecting, you know, performing campaigns with new creatives and new assets that might take spend when they shouldn't, or do the things that Meta, sometimes mixes up. I know obviously the algorithm's smarter than we are, but at the same time, it's like a machine. It still needs an operator. You still need somebody to look at it and point it in the right direction. So that's why I go with that approach. Um, and then obviously, creative output's really really important. Like you should be testing creatives like at least every week to start until you start bumping up scale and start trying to push budget and introduce new budget with new creatives hitting new angles in the market, because the best way to scale is either into new markets or into new angles. That's the way that you can scale aggressively without hitting a cap in creative fatigue, audience fatigue, so on and so forth. Uh,
See,
do you have any advice on a person that wants to start drop shipping but scared to fail and start?
I would like to touch base on this.
Yeah, please, please.
Um, reason being, let me find this message. There's a message in our Telegram chat, and the reason why, by the way, for all of you that are on here that aren't in the Telegram, the link is in all of our descriptions for all of our videos. Um, I don't really remember exactly what the message was, but basically some guy was saying that, he was studying drop shipping and like marketing and, ads, stores, everything, like the whole 9 yards for like a couple months, and he has $400 to start. And I was just like, bro, at this point, like you sat here studying this, and it's very pointless for you to study for all this stuff, because what's going to end up happening a large majority of the time is that $400 that you have to start, you're going to lose it. So what I'm going to say to you, bro, is that the only way that you fail is if you start and quit. That's probably the best piece of advice that I can give you, because you're definitely going to start and lose money, in one place or another. And that's just me being honest with you. Even if your first product hits and you start to make money, ads and understanding your KPIs and understanding ad strategies and all that shit, like, it's not anybody that can just pick up today and know how to scale a campaign or understand how to scale a campaign. Like, this is stuff that you have to be able to consistently look at and do over and over and over again until it becomes somewhat muscle memory to scale your ads and scale your brand. So like, I'm gonna be very honest with you, bro. Like, you got to start. You're probably gonna lose money, and if you're scared to lose money and that's an issue for you, like, I just probably wouldn't even invest the time into getting into dropshipping in the first place.
Yeah, that's like the real advice. Like, you're not gonna get that anywhere else. Everybody's just gonna tell you, "Oh, dude, it's easy. You'll get rich quick, whatever." But like realistically, you're gonna go negative before you go positive, and you have to be willing to kind of push through that initial learning curve if you really want to see the grass on the other side. Because all of us have gone through it. So
Yeah.
let's see.
Yeah. And honestly, like nowadays, I keep it a buck with people now. Like before, I was a little bit more optimistic for people, but like, I don't know, the way I see it now, bro, is like I've seen so many people go through it, start and expect to make something out of it, to the point where like you got to just be honest and be like, bro, you're probably not going to make money right now, and you have to be willing to not make money. Like if you're getting into this for the with the thought that you're just going to come in and you're just going to make a shit ton of money and then you're going to do XYZ, like you already have the wrong mindset coming into this. And that's kind of how I started ecom. Like I came in, I'm like, yo, I want a Mercedes and I want to buy this $8,000 like C300 or whatever it was back then. And I think it was a 2012 or a 2014, or it was either that or 2008. That's a big difference. But anyways, point being is that's kind of the thought that I had in mind. And after I ended up losing so much money to the point where I was just like, you know what? I don't even care about the money anymore. Like I didn't even have to sit there and have the thought to myself that, oh, money was even a thing. I just started having fun.
Right.
It's kind of how things went for me. And
You said I'm
uh,
not afraid to lose money. It's more so just me doing things wrong. I want to touch on that real quick. It's like you should embrace doing things wrong because that's the only way that you're gonna learn, right? Like, sounds cliche to say, but like your failures are gonna be what literally teaches you to succeed. And yeah, you can learn from other people's failures, but you're never gonna get the same grasp on it and understand. It's like, okay, why that didn't work, or okay, I tried that. I'm gonna try this now, and really learn for yourself as you go through it, right? Because experience is the best teacher at the end of the day. Another one, I've gone negative. I tried the learning curve. What else can I do that isn't oversaturated? Saturation in my book just isn't even a word. Like anything that you ever do or try is going to be saturated. Um, and saturation's a good thing. It means that there's demand. It means that there's proven concept there. Like, people have claimed that drop shipping is saturated and has been since 2015. But it's better now than it ever has been. So, yeah,
yeah, I think people don't understand what saturation actually is.
no,
Like people act like saturation is like, okay, well, you have a business model and then it works and then it just stops working because too many people did it. But it's not really the case. It's like anybody can run a brand. It's about who does it right.
yeah, exactly.
Like the concept of drop shipping is not any different than selling any product anywhere, right? It's basically like saying grocery stores are saturated, or like any other business is saturated. It's like somebody has to sell these products, so just be the person that does it the best. You just got to compete. That's all it is.
Yeah, if saturation was a thing, then there'd be no houses being built because nobody would start construction companies because there's already other people running construction companies,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Let's see. What suppliers do you guys use, if you don't mind me asking?
The supplier link is in the chat if you guys want to join the Telegram. In our description, you'll find it under the resources tab.
You guys can get quotes there. The suppliers that we use are trusted. They're vetted.
You see here. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try and post a long form video on TikTok.
Yes. Well, how are you gonna do that? To vertical format it?
Right now it's like the same format, so I'm gonna just try it and see what happens.
Yeah, might as well.
Fuck.
Rich said, it's dead. People working hard. Yeah, that's a fact. I think it makes it easier for the people who are willing to work hard, which is nice.
Let's see here. So art and selling, barely anyone decides to work anymore. How long have you been drop shipping? I've personally been in the industry since fucking when? 2018, 2019,
Yeah,
29, 2018, I think.
I've been doing it since I think 1965. Yo,
Bro,
imagine drop shipping back then.
bro, you know what?
Newspaper ads. You got like a fleet of like kids on their bike sending your flyers to people's doors.
Trying to cold call the dropship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're using like the
Door
old
to door?
telephone.
Yeah, thanks. Bro, you know what's funny about this is the live that I ran with Twitch like last week. Like the people that hopped on were like saying some weird shit, bro.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but every time I hop on with you, like we actually have like good productive questions. Twitch and I
Yeah.
hop on and everybody's just trolling in the chat.
It's Twitch. He just brings out the worst in everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. People just like to troll.
Nah, shout out Twitch.
Shut up,
Um,
Twitch.
yes, if you guys have any other questions, just drop them. We'll probably keep this live open for another couple of minutes. Again, anything to do with life, business, ads, ecom, construction. Shelton can touch base on that.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. Fuck. I actually wonder how this is gonna work out. Wait, you can make long descriptions on TikTok.
Will you guys be scaling or testing through Chinese New Year at all? I'm planning on just coasting through it myself. I'm gonna do the same thing, literally just coast. I've got all my stock in. Obviously, I've taken a bit of a beating with the account rejection, but yeah, I'm just gonna coast through. Not gonna test anything new. Not gonna scale too aggressively. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing the same. I don't know, but what's your plans for Chinese New Year, Sean? Are you guys
We just aren't gonna push heavily in ad spend.
just kind of
Um,
coast as well?
yeah, like honestly, the way that I see Chinese New Year going is like, for me personally, from a mental perspective, it only lasts like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Because if we say 4 weeks, obviously products are gonna arrive late from orders coming in this week and next week. Afterwards, they're still gonna be late, but from the consumer perspective, it's not late. It's just heavily delayed. If
yeah,
that makes sense. The reason why I say that is like obviously if you look at the market, bro, people are using like terrible suppliers. People are going on AliExpress and having products show up in a month. And some people and some customers are, I don't want to say somewhat used to that, but understand that yeah, if you buy off of a store from a TikTok ad, it might show up late. or it might show up in a little while. So as long as everybody's just made aware, like 2 weeks out from now, like the people that are ordering in today, if Chinese New Year were to end in 2 weeks, they'd get their products maybe by week 3, week 4 if you're using good suppliers. So it's not terrible in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, it makes sense. And as long as you have like a strong back end setup, like, you've got your email campaigns going out, updating people on any delays, like letting them know that things are delayed just because of an increase in volume or because you're waiting on stock, whatever it is. As long as you're communicating to your customer and letting them know, you can mitigate like 90% of the problems.
Hello?
Yo,
Did my thing cut up?
not really.
Okay.
No, you're good.
Can you
Uh,
explain scaling?
in the easy sense, scaling is literally doing more of what's working. Now, I know like a lot of people will get it mixed up where it's like I have to test more in order to scale, which to an extent you do, but at the same time, like if you're testing more things, whether that's audiences, creatives, angles, platforms, whatever it is, you're technically not scaling, you're testing. Yeah, you're spending more money, but you're still testing. It's
Yeah.
something new. So at the same time, it's like scaling is doing more of what's working best. Um, but at the same time, you want to add like fuel to the fire, right? It's like I think of it as like if you have like a fire going, right? And you're just pouring gasoline on the fire, eventually the wood that you have in the fire is going to burn out. So it's like as you're pouring gasoline on the fire, which is, it's maybe scaling budgets, doing more of what's working, you want to be adding more wood to the fire underneath it, more creatives, more assets, more audiences, whatever it is that you're testing new to try and expand, maybe into a new country, depending on your business. But it's like as you're putting gasoline on the fire, you also want to be adding wood to the fire too to keep it, alive and running. So
Interesting analogy, Orby.
that's a nice one, eh? Maybe I should write a book.
You look like an author right now.
Yeah, I do, eh? I need to get the
Yeah.
laser eyes so I can get these. I look like a German scientist with these glasses, bro.
What's your prescription?
High, very high.
Are
It
you
just
near?
says it just says it on the box. Almost blind.
Are you nearsighted or farsighted?
Like I can see up close. I can't see. I think it's the same as you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was me. That was me.
Yeah.
Would it be
Would it?
hard for a Canadian? We're both Canadian, buddy. Uh,
Yes, right. No, that's that's Newfie.
what?
I said yes, bye.
Uh,
Lord Energies, bye.
or would you not know the answer to that? Yeah, we're both Canadian.
Yeah, we're both Canadian.
I'm from Ottawa. B is from but fuck nowhere. Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. Met this guy. He told me he's from Toronto. I'm like, okay, okay.
Cool. Shows up. It's like,
A farm.
yeah. Straight up.
Yeah, but nah, man. Honestly, um, it. Yeah, honestly, like that's one thing I'll say. Like when it comes to ecom, in comparison to a lot of other things, like let's say you're a trader. Like obviously you can trade in Canada, but the softwares in which you have access to, um, in the states are much better than anything that you'll be able to use or the platforms in Canada. So we do have a little bit of an advantage there. Like Shopify was actually the headquarters in Ottawa. It's a Canadian company. So we kind of got lucky with that one. But for whatever reason, when it comes to a lot of other things, like for example, Facebook accounts, like American accounts, I've heard have better performance for whatever reason. I don't know, but
I
yeah.
honestly, I would agree 100%. Like, there's definitely something like I don't know what it is, but it's
Even like when
almost
it
like
comes to YouTube, bro, like us being on here, for whatever reason, it's like somebody that is from the States and opened their channel in the States. Like for whatever reason, they just tend to go viral.
oh, it's nuts. We need to move to Silicon Valley.
Is that the place that caught on fire?
Shit, probably is.
No, what caught on fire? Beverly Hills?
Hollywood.
Wait, where's Silicon Valley?
Rich used to be used to
Oh,
be on
bro,
there.
is that not California though?
Yeah, California.
Okay. I want to try TikTok Shop, but you need to live stateside to use it. Yeah. Um, that is true, brother. So that might be a no go for you. Sorry.
True.
Oh shit. Tired now.
Yeah, we've been on here for a bit.
3 hours from the fires. Oh, okay.
Oh wow, I didn't know you were that close, Rich. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked.
It's actually. Is it still going on? I think it's still going on. Yeah.
Mm, yeah. But nah, I'm good to hop off. I got a couple things. I gotta oh sister. My bad, sister.
Uh,
I should have known.
should have known.
Yeah. But no, I'm good to hop off. Got a couple
All right.
things that gotta get done up here.
Yeah, sounds good. If you guys have any other questions, just jump into the Telegram. It's free. It's where you guys can ask us some questions and talk to ourselves, just like we're doing here, and get you in the right direction. And yeah, just learn from our experiences. That's the most valuable part. So hopefully, see you guys there. Um, but yeah, that's it for today.
All right, easy out.
All right, see you guys.
Peace. Motherfucker, this shit ain't turning.